And it is actually going to be
And there's the Ziggs. Okay.
Yeah, as you were saying, so even with the Ivern, traditionally we see this with double AD carry. Not going to be the case. Going to be the Ziggs here instead. You have a insane amount
for
of
this first dragon. Going to be an Infernal to come up first. Although Canyon is now just going to head down towards the bottom side, collect his level 6 so that Daisy can help him out. Thank you very much, Pays, for that one. And now Lucid looking for a dive. Cannon Barrage comes in from Keen. Just on the wave here for the moment. Lucid's going to have to flash, get himself out of the way. Orange is going to be eaten to get him out of prison. And now Lucid gets over the wall, but it's not going to keep him alive. And first blood goes to Lehens. And in the meantime, Gen.G are taking the dragon.
Oh, Gen.G are reading Dplus like a book there. Again, the timing from these reinforcements towards Keen, the lone pirate, lonely no more, gets help in 2 crucial points.
Gone Grubs in the first place. I think they left them up on purpose, just to try to deny Gen.G from getting any at all, right? So it's only one Grub sort of available because he got there so late, and then the Demolition comp doesn't have access to it. As Canyon gonna flash the wrong direction, isn't actually hit by the Glacial Prison, but the wall is put up in front of him. Still, he's got shields for days, and Showmaker will be taken down. I don't know how it worked, but it worked. And Gen.G will grab their second kill of the game, and this may not be all they're going to get as well. Pulverize comes in, Blast Cone is taken, and the cow is left by the wayside. Pays is going to pick up that kill. And Gen.G, it's a wash here as far as the kills are concerned.
Oh, Canyon. Just yet, but definitely a big win for Gen.G.
Yep, and these dragons are starting to stack up as well. Oh, is it Earth, Wind, and Fire? That would be a beautiful way to start off our Saturday Showdown, would it not? Let's see whether we can all celebrate with it.
Because again, I think that they want to look for a numbers advantage with the Taliyah, try and isolate a target, blow them up, and then you can create space for aiming.
Seismic Shove almost connecting there as now Chovy gonna get interrupted! Not able to buffer over that wall, and there goes, even through the redemption, the Tristana, and now Lucid wants even more. Daisy not able to find Bristle and Sejuani, and the Seismic Shove is flashed, but already the threaded volley is following Canyon. Still keeps himself up, does have those shields, and Dplus finally on the board.
Big kill there for Dplus. That alone, not going to be enough. No objective can be taken off of the back of this. They should be able to get a good amount of damage, though, towards the bot side turret. These are the catches that you want to be looking for. You have so much CC on this composition with the Sejuani, the Taliyah, the Alistar. We see it there. The problem is, I don't think they're actually going to be... This is what we talked about earlier. Again,
the siege defense is pretty silly as Canyon's going to come down, teleport coming in as well, but there's the Seismic Shove. Arctic Assault going to connect, Headbutt Bolt as Kellen gets the welcome, but Showmaker is in so much trouble. Chovy going to be able to finish him off, and now the damage is gone, and Lehens obviously is here. Chovy going to answer back immediately, but Kingen, he's teleported in. Lehens not a whole lot of direction to go, and he is going to be taken down as well. So in the end, a pretty even trade between the two. Chovy's revenge, important.
Unfortunately for DK, though, they invest a lot. It's taking you 20 minutes, but you... Okay, let's talk about the Dragons being taken
this
here.
This is the whole point.
You're looking for the team fight here as DK.
Yeah. Kingen going to jump into the brush here. Doesn't have a lot of Naba, but still they're looking for their opportunity, and this is that control that we were talking about. In the meantime, Keen and Showmaker are just doing battle. Seismic Shove gets the pirate over the wall, and he gets the solo kill. Can they find the team fight, though, elsewhere? And the answer looks like absolutely not, as Kellen going to be taken down, turned into a stake as Kingen, he gets to Meganar, but it's way too late. It's all over.
That's the problem with these Meganar compositions, and there I think you're seeing the problem for DK. If you don't find an early mid-game lead, you just don't have the damage. Showmaker isn't there, he's one of your biggest damage sources. And then on the flip side, aiming isn't that strong yet. If this is a 6-item Zeri, and all the space that's there, he can jump in, make something happen, that could be an angle, but we're starting to see Gen.G slowly come out as
yeah, the smite comes in. Aiming is already skated towards this top side, and he's going to get through this wall as well. So getting the catch onto Keen, absolutely massive here. And Dplus, they're not going to allow the Lehens effect where the support steals the kill, because every kill goes to aiming if possible. And click CC, because you get into melee range and you press Shield of Daybreak and they just get stunned. And then you can Zenith Blade to somebody else to get another one. So it's pretty nutty. Okay, there's the Glacial Prison. That's going to get soaked by Lehens, but he's still going to have to flash that wall to get out. Cannon Barrage comes in, and look at this. Kellen taking so much damage, has to flash to get out of the Solar Flare. And Gen.G, in the end, I think it's relatively even as far as the exchange is concerned, as now Chovy flashes the headbutt, pulverize. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. That's going to finish off the cow. Daisy falls in amongst it all as the Buster Shot gets Showmaker out of there. Lucid in so much trouble. He's going to get thrown around like a ragdoll, but now Kingin gets the crush. Okay, finally Lehens is going to go down. And Dplus, they get some control back, but they're still going to lose the trade.
That's the problem. Like, DK keep getting scraps, but Gen.G are the one eating well. And here, yeah, they lose lands. Who cares? Baron is going to get taken. We're going to see the TP come in. They're going to try and contest this as well as they can. I think it's gone. The icon approach, look at the vision control, look at the brushes.
This is these two Yordles, the Demolition Yordles, pretty good, even at taking down a Baron. Is now Showmaker wanting to get some scraps. Traps them in the wall, actually, as Keen is going to get knocked over. But this is just Operation Escape from Gen.G, and they might just take themselves a prehistoric Yordle with them on their way out. Keen going to be the sacrificial pirate, and he's going to say "arr," and then it's going to be absolutely fine as Gen.G walk away with 4 Barons intact here. But look at this poke, it is just nuts, and there's the Cannon Barrage. That's going to buy them some space and some time on this Drake. As Chovy gets over, he's put into prison immediately. Kingin wants to be able to find it, and there's the shove from over the wall, but this time the rocket jump gets down, and now the aiming on the flank angle? I'm not sure about that one. Chovy's going to get a reset and blow him up. And Dplus are just falling one after the other. And that is going to be a clean ace outside of Pays getting taken down somewhere in the interim. Gen.G just making it look easy.
Oh, DK, that was a bit disjointed. Showmaker used this wall, but actually had to go all the way around. So yeah, he got the flick on Chovy.
It does not let go. And that is what we're seeing right now. Even though there was some heroics, there were more on the side of Gen.G. As Lehens, he's flashing for it. You know that he's going to look for it, and he does so. Showmaker going to have to answer in kind. That is going to be in a turret falling down. And the bad news for Dplus does not stop there, as Gen.G look to move towards the mid lane now. I mean, on the other side, all right, glass half full.
Yeah, right? Hit the Atlas.
Bounty goal, baby.
Yeah.
If Dplus catch Gen.G, you know, needing a bathroom break or something like that, they're not at their computers, then perhaps there's a way back in.
Okay, I thought you were going to be genuine.
No, I'm not. It's very doomed.
Okay, they'll get... I said it before, but if Gen.G make a mistake, which you don't often do, we might get a situation where maybe you flip. Okay, hear me out. So,
give it to me.
DK somehow make sure that Gen.G don't get Nash. That's problem number one. Even though they're getting poked down, and Gen.G definitely is going to try to do Nash. Don't give them Nash. Okay, then you just hold on to that. And at some point, Gen.G's going to decide to play Elder. He flip for Elder, aiming at 4 items. He one-taps everyone.
Okay, well, we've got supportal combat here, but Canyon is going to make that one an unfair fight. Kingin's already down to 50%, but the Nalbar is in a decent position. This could be a fight that they're looking for, but Kellen taking so much damage. He's going to take Lehens with him. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. The circles, ladies and gentlemen, as Solar Flare and the Satchel Charger, too good. Pays is going to lock him down. Chovy flashes out of the Seismic Shove, gets himself the trigger seed. He's not dying. Canyon's going to help out his mid laner. And Dplus, I mean, it almost got close to being pseudo-okay, but it absolutely was not in the end. And Gen.G, I don't think they need this Baron. They're just going to win the game.
No Baron needed. No illustrious Elder flip. Just good old-fashioned team fighting. Gen.G, see how far ahead they are. They realize the angles, and Gen.G will still not drop a single game in the LCK Atlas. DK gonna have to go back to drawing board. Like a lot more.
Yeah, Renekton's fine.
Yeah, it works. Still works. Like Renekton's as strong as we know.
And there's the
Yeah, okay, that shouldn't come as a surprise.
They do fighting.
By the end of it, though, Kingin, I think, missed a couple of creeps too many. Also had to back off for a little bit because Kang...
As Chovy's going to get flashed into, does have to get away, as that's first blood, and nothing Canyon can do about it. Doesn't find the spear, but even if he did, and I think it's relatively even. The top side going much further in Keen's favor than I was expecting, though. Playing this matchup well is now... Let's see whether Lehens can keep himself safe, as now Lucid looks for the Winter's Wrath onto Pays. This minion wave getting dealt with, though, and in the meantime, on the top side, Kingin is going to be in trouble. Does get the stun onto Canyon, but he's not the one tanking, so that's going to be a beautiful dive.
Them investing all the resources while the bot lane dive worked out for Gen.G, all of a sudden, we're looking at a situation where the gold is even and not really getting a whole lot going. And the timing on this dive, if they do decide to go for it, it's going to be crisp.
Yeah, there's the knock-up onto Kellen. He wasn't taking the turret, though, as there is another one. Lahan's going to flash into it, though, and not going to be able to send the ram back. Now, Pays finds himself alone. The spear is just barely going to go wide, and they'll back away. Pays keeps his life, but Canyon's unable to answer, and I say he keeps his life. Aiming still doing a fair bit of work here with these Qs and takes another plate for his trouble. Emperor's Divide, he skirts the rocks. And Showmaker's going to be fine. It's just a little bit of an exchange. We check out, yeah, Lahan's not a lot of options.
Yeah, really big there. As another one.
Yeah, there's a bit of deja vu coming on in here. The Glacial Prison comes down. It's Pays that's going to suffer the cost this time, as Lucid capable of tanking this one up for an age and a half. And now they'll take the turret as well. Dplus. Oh man, it's gone from good to better.
And this time, Aiming gets the kill. The Zeri getting more gold. And DK.
Do exactly that.
Oh, they're going to
Canyon will take the Drake, yeah.
And I think they already were planning as, pick on Keen would be huge here.
Well, they're going to go for it. Extendo Beam is going to connect. Let's see whether Keen can get himself back to the turret. The all-out comes in.
There's like, nope.
They just say, well, we'll take that cooldown. And Aiming says money. And he is going to pick up the minion wave.
Yeah, try and get as many plates as possible as Aiming and Keen, former teammates.
Oh, and this is the
face-off
counter pick as well. Look at that.
Kingdom should invest in Warm as well.
Speaking of which, as Pays, he's going to be the one that face checks. Oh dear, that is a very dead center. Tries to get into the mist, but the mist is now a black and white screen. As Kellen's moving on over, they want even more here as the Glitterland slows him down. Kellen is just looking for more. The Emperor's Divide comes down though. The Sun Disc came in and Lahans is going to miss the ulti onto his former teammate. Aiming has downloaded. He knows now as the teleport is coming forward. Showmaker, he's now hiding in the brush. Looking for Canyon, looking for that window. Lucid's going to come in. There's the Weaver's Wall. And of course, Canyon's the one that they want. The pounce over the wall is going to be pretty nice there. So not going to be... I've seen in
yeah,
a really long time.
It's
and we know that Keen is the one guy that kind of just wins games by himself on it. As I say that, it might be the Caster Curse, or it might be the Blessing, as he's going completely bananas onto Aiming here. He gets over the wall, and now Keen has to deal with Lucid coming in with the fadeaway ulti, and that is the kill going over to Kingen.
Yeah, and I know he'd rather...
So they'll let it go. They'll now look to grab some extra standing gold on this map.
It's also not soul point, so individual Drake, you're not really going to care too much. And
money for Kingen.
Oh, the Herald coming down as well. This Saner will be big. And I love this. When you're playing a composition like this that is looking to generate as much advantages in mid-game as possible, gold is... It's less trustworthy than Dragons. But if it works, it really does. As Lahans is just not having a very fun time, getting bullied. They get the inner. Give him a Dragon, but now the gold lead. Like when your most ranged character is a Talia.
Yeah, it's not a lot of range.
It's not. So... Oh, there we go.
There's the ulti from Aiming. It's him by himself. He's just going to run up and murder Pays. Kingen getting the same treatment here on this bottom side, but he's giving a lot back. Canyon almost just dying as the Ram's being thrown around willy-nilly. And Dplus, I think, should still be able to get this out of turret.
Bit of a disaster game here for Pays as he goes down yet again. Aiming, going up big. And there isn't really a window, I think, for Nash here.
Overplaying into Tristana's Ziggs Ivern.
It's also, it's going to be hard to play out, but you do make up for it.
Kingen's gone for this 1v1. He's a level behind, but he's still playing.
Yeah, Showmaker STP as well.
There's the wall, and Keen gets the bad news. Let's see, the all-out going to be used onto the Talia here, but the stun is still going to come on down. Sterix is massive, and the threaded volley to finish it off. And there's another kill, now 3 over to this Renekton, who's feeling a lot more relevant as the game goes on.
Really like this play because with double TP, there isn't a window. They will still have to give up mid lane turret, maybe to TP!
Yeah, Glacial Prison comes in onto Canyon. Redemption is decent.
It's true!
And now both of them getting into the mid lane. Chovy's out of there, but I don't think Lahans is going to be so lucky. In fact, the whole bottom lane is getting wiped out. Pays once again suffering as the dash forward. Lucid going to pick that one up. And with 3 dead on the side of Gen.G, it's going to need to be some Canyon heroics to save this Baron play.
DK, Gen.G, Atlas.
Oh, it always delivers. There was no doubt in our minds.
Oh, the damage. Chovy's full health. I don't know if they can do this.
They are not. I think they're not going to test the waters this much. As Keen, he's teleported in. Chovy wants it. Empress Divide onto 3. And he goes golden as well. Canyon has to get out of there. The seismic shove is just as good. And he takes down the Zeri. Chovy almost falling for it as the spear will take down one, and Kellen, oh man, he just takes that Dawning Shadow from downtown, and now it's Gen.G's turn.
Those Baron buffs a couple of patches ago, Gen.G says thank you, as DK, just a little bit too early, they don't have the health bars.
I love this vision toggle though, as they haven't started up the Baron just yet. There it goes now, as all 5 are in the area.
Yeah,
they need to get Lucid out of here.
I don't think it's happening. I think that's going to be the Baron going over to Gen.G instead. Oh, DK, it was looking so good until it wasn't.
Yeah, until it absolutely wasn't. And DK, they realize they're not going to be able to do it here. You can see Showmaker.
I understand, they get the kills, they want to try and go for the play as I think they know.
Yeah, there's a Ram coming in as well. As speaking of Ram, he is going to head right on top of Kellen. Canyon looking for him though. The Wild Growth is going to keep the Lulu alive. Actually buys a lot of time here for Dplus. Showmaker, he'll get cornered. He's the sacrificial Talia in this one. Steric Shield going to get popped there by Chovy. And Dplus, I can feel the collapse in these
The upgrade
last...
comes through for Chovy. We haven't talked about this.
Yeah, they killed Baron, and then Chovy went and got a cooler tooth, I think, from the Baron.
Keen overestimates how tanky he is, and you just go on whoever is first in line and hope that that's enough.
I mean, they can kill whoever's first in line very quickly. Pays like you, aiming like you said, has 4 items.
Yeah, flip Nash.
Yeah.
Why not? You have to.
I mean, that's bounty gold as well. You take those. Aiming with his very new, very cool-looking sword is going to be pretty dangerous. Seismic Shove going to be eaten by the CC reduction from Keen. And now, Kingen in a whole host of trouble. There's the Ram, gets a couple of knockups onto Lucid and Kellen. DK still kind of holding their ground, but Gen.G are unrelenting. Showmaker taking so much damage, Dawning Shadow over everyone, and it's a bloodbath! It's decimation! And the Zeri is just escorted to the side and blown up. It's unceremonious, and it's looking like Gen.G will just plow through Dplus today. There's the ace. Canyon looks really cool as he goes golden. Wins the animal battle on the top side, and that's going to be it.
And the undefeated round robin, yet again closer for Gen.G Atlas.
Chovy didn't use ult, he just celebrated with it on the Nexus. Oh man, Gen.G demonstrating they're not even at full power.